Join the 6-Dot revolution. The 6-Dot Braille Label Maker has everything you need to make high-quality Braille labels in only seconds. Powerful but simple, the 6-Dot ergonomic design makes it easy to label practically anything. Throw this 6-Dot Braille Label Maker in your bag and start labeling your world. For more information, visit logantech.com. After 25 years of the Americans with Disabilities Act, is it still 70% unemployment amongst the blind? Allow me to introduce you to Blink. We're here to make history and change the world by raising the bar and shaping statistics.
So it's Vashawn Jones. It's early in the morning, and you should be able to hear the birds and the other nature. And the microphone I am using, correct me, Drew, a binary microphone. The binary microphone.
That's binaural, Fashad, but good try that.
Is in my ears, as a matter of fact. It's two microphones, and it allows, for the pickup of the sounds that you hear around you. Pretty much the same sounds that you hear with your ear. You're able to pick up using this particular microphone or microphones. I'm thinking about this question. You woke up tomorrow in a brand new world, identical to Earth. You still have all your knowledge and know-how that you have today. Your food and shelter's taken care of. And you have $500 in your pocket. What would you do in the next 7 days to change what it meant to be blind? And I asked this question because I want to know the imagination of the people that we're actually interviewing. How quickly can they just imagine something different, a whole new world? And it's the reason why I say let's change the world together. Let's reimagine a new world, and let's work towards that new world.
Amanda Berkeley.
I think that I would try to find out more about my surroundings, find more people around me that are blind, and not just blind, but disability in general, because that's kind of been one of the things that I've made my march along my progress of college is educating those around me about the abilities in disability. So I think I would definitely try to, rally the troops, and I would try to, try to make the best of it, put it together and make a community and try to spread the word and say, here's who we are and here's what we can do.
Anaya Minor.
$500, I suppose, is a little bit of money, but the next step with the iPhones and with the tablets that's going to happen is the connection with home appliances. So I would spend that money in hire somebody to help me create a simple app, very simple app, because with the iOS opening last year, it's very simple. So I could go to have meetings with a couple of the best home appliance builders or creators, and this guy with the app, and put them together and make a couple of meetings and fasten the road. Because we are going to arrive to that point. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the step that's missing.
Ashley Coleman.
I would really want to empower others to be able to be independent and be able to be sustainable with whatever technology I could possibly get for them.
Christopher O'Mealy.
Spread knowledge, powerful thing. Advertising, training workshops. I would more specifically use it for traveling around the United States and making myself known and spreading what I know.
Curtis Jackson.
Probably try to buy a new piece of technology so I can see if it's accessible, and then once I learn how to do it and see if it is, then I can teach others. And like, for example, I just bought an IP cam, so I was going through it trying to figure out how to configure it. Can it be done as a blind person? So the next person that say, hey, I need to get such and such software, hopefully I can say, yeah, I just bought that and I used it, and here's how it works, or it doesn't work.
Daniel Aronoff.
I've had this dream, this vision for a long time. First it was, really selfish. I wanted to create an app for my website so people could see all the local restaurants close to them and see my reviews so they know where to go or not to go. And then I thought, I was talking to other people who were sighted and blind. What if we created like a network, a forum for people who are blind? It had maybe like an app you could download to your iPhone or Android. People could have a forum just for conversations. Then we could have a network. People could actually meet up and have monthly meetings. And then we have a section with technology questions, whether it's issues about new software, new hardware. Are these new products going to be accessible? My computer isn't starting. What can I do? Just sort of like an app where you can have anything blind together.
Daniel Hawkins.
Learn the world as much as I can, regardless what I have, what abilities I have, and to learn the world the best I can and use my resources. I say first step is communication. I need to use the $500 to start with communication to get in touch with other people.
Don C.
Well, first I want to go and find the mothership. After that, I think the very first thing I would do is invest so I get a lot more money and create a variety of education centers for blind and sighted alike so they can work side by side to actually make the world accessible and not just accessible where sighted people deem we should have it accessible, if that makes any sense.
So tell me about your vision for this center where there's sighted
Equality,
and blind.
as it were.
Yeah, there you go. Yes, absolutely.
How do I view it, as it were?
Yeah, how do you see your center set up, and what do you see going on in your center and all of that?
What I'd love to see, honestly, is blind people teach sighted people how to create a website that's blind friendly. Not put sighted people under blindfold, because in my experience, that's just a quick fix, and sighted people don't take it seriously.
All right.
And, hey, once this blindfold comes off, I'm going to forget everything.
Hop in my car and I'm gone, baby.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need you no more. So it would simply be a matter of having them learn, actually be exposed to the blind experience.
Yeah.
Because, it's
the true experience, not the sterile,
not look at the kids in the classroom,
right?
Use their brailler, watch them maneuver with their phone, an easy web page. No, really live the life, experience the dream.
Derek Cleveland.
Use that little $500 to travel around to spread the knowledge of what I do have to other folks about technology and understanding of being blind. Being blind is just, to me, is a state of mind. Because you lost that little vision, that's not nothing. If you can get up, as long as you have your two legs and two hands, you get out there and do what you need to do.
Don Shaw.
In the next 7 days, I would probably, with $500, see what I really needed, what would be a priority to have to spend the money on, and then probably just see what could probably do to help someone else along the way, and probably just try to do what I could do and see what I could see, and again help someone along the way.
Donna Johnson.
I would take that $500 and go out there and try to give some sort of technology to kids who can't afford it.
Eva Bagara.
$500, I would probably go help someone or share with somebody. I'm not really sure. I mean, I live for the moment, so whatever's going on at that moment, if somebody's in need, because that's the way I am, I like to help people, I'll be right there. Or if somebody needed a donation, because, we here in Texas, we're dealing with the floods from last week. There's a lot going on with that, and so definitely there's some people in need right now.
Leo Desnet.
I think for me, the ability to reading is something that I enjoy doing, and if I couldn't do it, I think I'd be lost and would certainly want to find a way to do it. And I guess that goes back to years ago when you didn't have as many books in Braille, and to find sources were hard to get, or even on tape. And what we've seen happen with the apps that we've got now, it's opened all that up. And if we didn't have it, boy, that would be the start point for me to try and build an app that would enable us to read, bring knowledge from books, magazines, newspapers back to it.
Paul Ferrara.
That is a great question. The $500 limit and the 7-day limit make it very interesting. So you're not going to be able to make the next great tech device. You might be able to start that. But what can you do in 7 days that you can actually complete? Well, I really believe that everybody should have something that they're passionate about and something that they enjoy. And one of my greatest passions is sports. I am a co-host on a sports show that's on ACB Radio Friday nights and most of the day on Saturday at different times, and also on the radiostorm.com. It's called The World of Sports. I've always been a big fan of sports, and my biggest passion is baseball. And I developed that partially by listening to games, but really I needed something else to make the game come to life for me to understand it. And my dad did that for me when I was little. He took string, rubber bands, and a cardboard box and made me a makeshift baseball diamond. He labeled the bases, the foul lines, the outfield, so you knew where left field was, where center field was. You knew where the pitcher's mound was. And, we all love sharing our passions with people. I've got a friend now, one of my best friends, that didn't like baseball, and I've got him to like it because of explaining it to him. And so what I would do in those 7 days, I'd take that money, I'd go pick up as many things as I could, say from a craft shop, an arts and crafts place, and just start designing these things. I remember what things look like enough to make my own. And go out, you've got in the 7 days, it doesn't take long to make each one of these. We could probably make one in several minutes. So I make as many of them as I can. I go see as many blind people as I can, young, old, whatever. I let them see it. I help them understand what it looks like, and give them something hopefully to increase or develop a new passion. And maybe if I'm lucky, I run into somebody who likes my design enough to either give me some more funds to make more, or maybe if I'm really lucky, somebody likes it enough to actually want to buy the idea from me and mass produce it. You've got 7 days. You want to do something to make things better. And for me, having something to think about that's not just blindness related, that you can just forget all that stuff for a little while. And baseball is that for me.
Roxanna Cleveland.
I get the iPhone because I can't live without my iPhone. And so I know an iPhone, you can't get one for $500. So I'll be like, okay, put me on the Edge plan. so I get me a cell phone. My credit's okay. So I'll be like, okay, I got a little bit of money left over, to get me some apps to try out or whatever, because I can't live without my cell phone. I do everything with it, Facebook, Twitter. I've got to keep up with my friends, keep up with the world, keep up with the news. I'm all about knowing on what's going on in the world.
Okay.
So that's what I do with my $500, is get access to the outside world.
Ryan Koch.
With $500, I'd get the biggest, baddest website up and running. I'd get my virtual server that I've been threatening to get for a long time, and get it managed and get the voiceover website up and running, and then start doing a streaming project where I'd basically, with enough clients, I would have a guaranteed income for life.
Shelley Smith.
Spoil my kids, probably. Buy them some more stuff. Put it up for them for later. Christmas, maybe.
All right.
Possibly. Or maybe something that in a bank account that can draw interest that they could have later.
Okay. College savings account, CSA.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for Blink. Visit FedoraOutlier.com/Blink to weigh in with your votes and participate in crowdfunding. We'll see you right here next week. Blink, where employment becomes reality.